All right, kids, Louisiana Beer Reviews, Jay Terry and myself, David, and I'm going to pass this beer off to you.
Look who's back. All right.
Since you know more about the background of this beer, and all I know is that it's a big one, kids. So go ahead.
All right. This is Samichlaus Classic. They make 3 types as of now. There may be others, but there's the Samichlaus Classic, there's the Helles, the bright one, and there's the Schwartz, the dark, the black one. They're all 14% alcohol. It's a malt liquor from Austria. It's Castle Brewery Eggenberg, and it's only brewed on one day each year, and that's December 6th, Santa Claus Day, or in English, Santa Claus Day. St. Nicholas, the Christian saint. This company was made, they were making this beer back in the 80s, they went bankrupt, it was defunct, and then this company bought the recipe rights, and then they've been making it for a couple of decades.
Funny that you might say that this is only made one day a year, because I can get it year round.
It's made one day a year, but it's sold year round.
Right.
And you can, if you're lucky, you can get it for $3.99 a bottle, but more than likely you're going to pay $4.99.
It's $5 all day long.
$4.99.
Yeah. Because of the rarity, I believe it's, and it's pretty decent. Some guy on there has got a
That's their
beer
Austrian.
not as good as mine.
The Austrian St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, Samichlaus.
Okay.
It's a malt liquor and it's a lager.
All right.
And you can age this for a long time and it ain't going to go bad.
Yeah, because of the alcohol content. I hear that the minimal is 8%, and then it goes up from there as far as aging processes go. Some beers you can't age at all.
No, right, like an India Pale Ale. This is 14%, so it's...
You could age India Pale Ales.
If they're doubles,
Flavor profiles change.
they become barley wines, right?
That's what I'm hearing, but I don't. It tastes like barley wines to me.
And this is an 11.2 ounce bottle, 330 milliliters. And I think they age it for a year, they brew it, and then they age it for a year, and then they bottle it. It's got that European greenish brown bottle design.
Yeah, the liquid that came out is the same color as the bottle. I don't see where it's got any kind of a date stamp or anything on it. So it's kind of a light caramel color. The beer that I'm familiar with, Negro Modelo, is basically the same color as this,
but way milder. Modelo.
and it's a Vienna style. It's made in Mexico. It's
I have to buy one of
the
those.
most delicious Mexican style beers I've ever had in my life.
And I need to buy one today for an examination. Okay.
Ooh, it's got a
Holy smokes.
caramel flavor.
Caramel candy. You could really not take this much.
No.
Maybe. They make it once a year, and it's probably about once a year you can handle it, you know. It's so stinking strong.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones that you kind of buy and you sit on. I think I could still pick one up.
Oh, you
Last
can go to
year's.
Bromart and they've got 4-packs for cheap.
Hmm.
Cheaper than normal for some bizarre reason. If they have them.
I'm
you
going to
know.
go ahead and taste it.
It's got that funky monkey. You see, when they're this strong, they have that paperiness, that like grain husk. All right, I'll taste it too, but it's intense. I couldn't take too much of
It's
this.
sweet, kind of caramelly, barley winey, thin.
There's a lot of caramel candy.
Goes down quick, and then it's got that alcohol burn kick at the very end. Way down here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a brandy type thing.
I'd say yes.
You know.
There's practically no bubbles in it. I'm seeing a few.
Yeah, no bubbles, no head. This is not for the beginner. A college party should not use this. Well, they wouldn't because it's $4.99 a bottle.
It is more along the lines of brandy.
Yeah, you notice how brandy has that like caramel and that sugar,
But aren't
burnt
most
sugar?
brandy's made from wine.
Burnt
Sherry.
wine. That's what brandy means, burnt wine, you know. It just has
tastes
that.
good. It's pleasant.
Not a session product.
No.
It does have a lager thing about it because it's straightforward. It's not a heavy bodied beer, which is another reason it's dangerous, because you could drink it and you just be like, oh yeah, you know, it's good. And then you lay down and go to sleep and you wake up from a nap and you're not quite sure like what's happening. You'd be disoriented.
Well, I would think you should have to drink some ice water after drinking this. To dilute it.
Yeah, they make some,
It's good how it is, but I would not want to like put ice in it or ice water or anything. I would want to
you
drink
could
it.
chase it with ice water is what you're saying.
Yeah, afterwards, yeah. Like it's recommended when you're out somewhere and you're having a cocktail somewhere to drink water between your cocktails so that you don't get too messed up.
It is nearly a beer cocktail. It's boozy.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot.
But it's good.
But it's really good.
And you're drinking yours fast.
And I'm drinking, and you got more than me. And that's all right, because tonight I'll drink no. Tonight I'll drink an Old Milwaukee pint. That'll even out the quota. Plus there was a Scotch taste challenge that went over the quota today, but I did that because I was confused about some issues, so I had to clear those things up. That's been cleared up, so. And I don't usually go over the quota. That was like a necessity issue, not an alcoholism issue.
Alcoholism.
No, I mean, you know, because I got people that comment on that all the time. 5:30 a.m. You need to go to AA. I said no, that's a scheduling issue. Do not try to. All right, no, but I can think of no Bud Light drinkers on the planet that would like this. It's too rich.
It's rich, it's boozy, it's sweet. I taste caramel.
It might pair well though with Drago's char broiled oysters. You know, when they got that heavy cheese on the top.
It's got to be something spicy. Something spicy this would go with, because it would bring the spiciness down. But even then, you're just
You
sitting.
didn't bring the alcohol down.
No, it'd bring the heat down because of the sugar sweetness.
It's really sugary.
It does taste very sugary.
It's hard to believe
It's
that
not something I would go for all the time on a big boy, just because the flavor profile is one way. The flavor profile to me is I'm drinking caramel candy.
Yeah, it's a
and
take no
that's it.
prisoners approach.
And that's it. I'm not getting graininess. I'm not getting anything off of this. And I think that's what happens when you start dealing with a one-sided beer like this. I did have the opportunity to taste in that Sam Adams. It comes in that funny bottle.
Oh, the distilled one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was $20 a shot.
I got that at
And
the
that
Red
was,
Light and Brewed.
you got 1 ounce, and I felt it was a ripoff, but I said, well, I gotta try it just to say I tried it. And I tasted it, and I wasn't too pleased with it. It was along the lines of this. It was very thin, and it was very heavily alcohol, and I believe that one was pushing into the 20s range.
Yeah, it's a really strong. That's like, some people claim it's not even really.
But it was a one-sided flavor like this. It wasn't robust. It didn't have a flavor profile, you know, that was built up into it like you would get off of a barrel aged series or.
You ever had those Swiss candies, like
Yes.
the Werther's Originals? This kind of has that, you know, that like European caramel candy taste.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could eat 1 or 2 and they're good. And if
I would
you,
like to try their other ones. I don't know if this one's falling along the lines of what I would say that I would appreciate and maybe want to do again soon.
Oh, I could do the Helles and the
Okay.
Schwarzbier one day. We'll try those.
So
the
you
black.
you know where to get those at.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a challenge. You know, I don't know what to score it because it's so intense. It is made to be that way. You know, it's made to be harsh, right?
On the one-sided, you're getting one flavor profile out of it. I would say this is more or less along the lines of an after dinner drink. So this is less beer to me than it is
A liqueur.
sherry, a liqueur, something along those lines. And I don't even know if you'd want to drink as much as it's in this glass.
If you could sip it over a 2 or 3 hour
you know,
period.
and then the package is that you can't reseal it.
No.
So this is something that, as big as it is, the profile it has, the watiness, and then something that you know you don't want it to hit you too quick. You'd have to share this with four
Well, I can't even
people.
hold the glass right.
Have
Like,
problems there later.
Yeah, I'm trying to show, like, look at the viscosity. It's almost like a Canadian whiskey viscosity.
Jay has been having issues with big beers and spilling them.
No, I just hit them with the back of my hand and they tip over like.
Well, it's always the big beers, not so big beers. I'm only going by your words.
That's just total coincidence. All right. One time I knocked over a glass of Bud Light and you don't know. Hey, but no, this is like really strong. I swear, if you drink one bottle, fine.
It's like you're sipping on
But
whiskey.
if you drink 2 bottles, you'd be insane.
It's
to
literally
drive.
like you're sipping on whiskey, and I would say it's even stronger than what this. It says it's 14.
You think it's higher?
Oh, it's definitely higher. It's got that barley wine backbone to it. It's got that caramel sweetness to it that you get from a barley wine.
But it's jacked up.
It is totally jacked up. It's missing. I'd say it's. I'm not gonna say it's missing anything. Let's retract from that.
How would you rate it?
Gotta give it an A. Just because it's this is probably what they meant it to be. They probably meant it to be exactly like this.
A winter beer.
It's totally clean and clear. You can see right through it. It's not an ounce of sediment, and that's what I appreciate in a beverage. I don't like it to be unfiltered. You've heard me several times talk about cloudy IPAs, the wheat beers that come out. I just do not like those. I like to see what's in my glass.
It looks like they aged it in oak barrels, charred. You remember
It
that?
looks that way, but it's also the same color as the bottle. So you look at the bottle, you look at what you're drinking, it's the same color.
Remember the Canadian Club 12 year?
Yeah, which is very good.
It looks kind of like that. No, it's like,
Yeah, and it tastes real. It tastes good. It's not bad.
no, it's very caramel,
It's just-
sugary, sweet.
I wish it was a little less sweet. I don't know if that's what they were going for with this. I just wish it wasn't as sweet as it is.
You really couldn't do a college. What do they call that when they do the quarters with the beer?
I'm 52. I don't know. I don't do a college, but anyway.
You couldn't do that because if you guzzled this, it's coming back.
Oh, yeah. I guess what you're trying to say by doing a college is that this is not a starter beer. Like a lot of beer drinking and binging starts off in that. type
That
of
Keystone
environment.
Light stuff. This is coming back up. Yeah, it's not going to stay
Yeah.
down. This is a sipper.
Right.
All right, so I would agree it's an A. It's the most excellent beer. I would even, let me take one more sip because I would say that it's an A+. It's an outstanding beer, but it is not made for just casual gulping.
Yeah. It's
Once
good.
a year, I'm happy with it. You
Right.
could age this for 5 years and it would not lose a thing.
No, I don't think so. Don't think so.
No way. So yeah, I will make a plan to buy the Hellas, which is a light version, but it's still 14%. Just the
Mhm.
appearance is light,
Mhm.
and the Schwartz, the black beer.
I think I want to enjoy Schwartz more.
All right. Oh wow.
All right, kids. Yeah.
Golly, thanks for watching this video production,
This is
Lazy
a
Lady.
big one. I'm glad we got it out of the way. I'm glad I was able to taste this. I haven't had it before.
Oh, it's the first time.
Delicious. Yes. First time for me.
Would you say it's worth the $4.99 though?
I think so.
It's not a disappointment.
No, it's good.
All right, thanks for watching this video production. Y'all come on down to Jefferson Parish, Louisiana.
Peace out. Oh man.